This is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 37. So I was thinking about sharing some things that I regret. I think it's important to... Hold on. I'm just going to shut off the light. I think it's important to reflect on the things that you really regret so that you learn what you were supposed to learn from those things. So I would love to encourage you to write a list of all the things that you regret and the lessons that you can learn from those things. I think it's really important because if you learn, then it wasn't in vain. It wasn't a waste. You didn't waste your time and waste your energy and all those things. So I recommend it. But if you don't take the time to reflect, if you don't learn anything, then you'll just keep making the same mistake over and over and over and expecting a different result. Like, how many things in your life can you think of that you're doing that with right now? You're just like doing the exact same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. And it's never going to be different. The only thing that's going to happen one day is you're not going to wake up. Like, I used to be a big time hypochondriac, and sometimes I still am. And, like, for example, the other day, like last week, I was trying to be cute and eat fruit in a hammock, and I fell out. And it was really funny, I'm sure, to whomever was witnessing this. Sadly, I didn't get it on camera, but it hurt real bad. And I have like the biggest black and blue on my upper thigh. And after like a week, I asked my roommate, sorry, it's really late. I asked my roommate, I was like, the black and blue is getting worse. Is this okay? And she was like, I don't know, Jeanette, it looks really bad. And I was like, what? Like, why are you saying that? Like, am I gonna die? And then she likes to say, yes, you're gonna die, and you are dying. Like, every single day. Every single day, guys. You are dying. You're not getting extra time here, okay? Like, time is finite. I hope you understand that. You're dying. Like, you're getting one day closer to dying. And I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with this concept. I once went to a amazing workshop. I used to go to a lot of different events and things. And, it started with going to the Woodstock Fruit Festival in 2017. I wanted to go since 2011, but my boyfriend wouldn't let me. And sometimes I get scared that he's listening, but I can't live in fear anymore. So anyway, my boyfriend wouldn't let me, and I don't know what kind of spell I was under, but I had this like belief system that if your significant other didn't want you to do something, that you couldn't do it. And now looking back, I understand. I totally understand now. Like, with reflection, like they say hindsight is 20/20. I wasn't looking for a boyfriend or a significant other. I was looking for a father, and I feel like so many people that grow up without a father, whether their father abandoned them or whether their father just was not there for them emotionally, not supporting them, not being a good father, then we seek that out in our partner. And that's what I wanted, and that's what I needed, and I definitely got that. I definitely got someone extremely controlling, and I'm not saying every father's like this. Obviously, there's really good men out there, but I never saw an example of that, and so I had this belief that the father that I needed in my life was I guess very controlling. I'm not quite exactly sure why I was attracted to someone like that, and then why I allowed it for so long in my life. But basically, I was not allowed to do anything or go anywhere, and there were so many red flags, guys. This is one of my regrets, okay? So that's what this episode is about. So one of my biggest regrets is just letting the red flags be completely ignored and just pushing them away, shoving them down, pretending they didn't exist. And one of the biggest red flags in the early part of my relationship, my only relationship, was about... So we were friends for about 6 months, okay? Because it takes me a really long time to trust someone. And so we were friends for about 6 months, and then we started dating. And then I think it was very shortly after. I'm so sorry. Okay, so it was very shortly after. And I remember I told him that I really, really, really wanted to go to the Hippocrates Center here in Florida. I just wanted to go for a week or a weekend just to see what it was about, and just to go there, and I just love to learn more about health, and they did all these different types of cleansing and colonics, and I just wanted to go. I'm a big Ann Wigmore Victoris Klavinskis fan. I went to meet him, and anyway, just experience the center. And he told me that if I went, that we were over. We had just started dating, and he and guys, you have to understand, you have to remember that this is the first guy that I ever slept with, ever. Okay, I've kissed a few guys in my life, but this was the first man that I was ever with. And so that was what? Wait, I thought that we were in love, and it was I don't know. I guess I thought I was special. I thought our relationship was special. And then when he said that, I was kind of very shocked, because I was never asking him to go with me. I mean, he clearly didn't want to go, and that's fine. I can go by myself. But he said I was not allowed to go. And yeah, that was kind of the first red flag. And there were so many more. I remember that I don't want to make this whole episode about him, but I just want to share what I'm thinking about. I remember another red flag was when we were on the subway one day. We were coming home from work on the subway, and well, backstory, guys, you need to know. Every single day on the subway, my boyfriend we used to get on the subway and he used to yell. Like, he used to do speeches for people, and I thought it was amazing, honestly. I mean, I wasn't embarrassed at all. He would tell people about like flat earth and veganism. He would talk about the animals a lot, and talk about the feds and 9/11 and all the stuff, all the the truthers talk, right? The conspiracies. And not that veganism is a conspiracy, but you know what I mean. And so I thought it was dope. And he talked a lot about Obama and just how fucked up society is. And he just was always trying to wake people up, which I really admired for sure. And then one day we were coming home from work on the subway, and he wasn't talking. He was just chilling. We were just chilling on the subway. And I was in the middle of reading Arnold Ehret's The Mucusless Diet Healing System. So this was about 2012, I think. So shortly after we got together. So 2012. And I remember being so excited and just learning so much and just really, I guess, just excited. I get really loud, I guess, when I get excited, and very passionate. And so long story short is that, sorry, I thought Al was knocking on my door. Anyway, I was reading what a part that I wanted to ask him about that was amazing to me, and I just wanted to share it. And I remember he was like, "Shh, why are you so loud?" And I was like he said it really loud in front of everyone on the subway. And I don't get embarrassed too easily, but I was it really embarrassed me because I didn't think I was that loud. I didn't know. And also, I was kind of confused because he's always yelling. He was always yelling on the subway. So it didn't seem like I wasn't yelling for sure. And now looking back, I just cannot believe, and these are just two little things, right? In the beginning of our relationship, obviously it got a lot worse. These were the very beginning things that I remember, the way he said these things. It's not what you say, guys, it's the way you say it. Because there's a way to say stuff hey boo, you're a little loud, you could just gently tell someone something. You don't have to embarrass them or be an asshole. I remember walking down the street with him later on in our relationship, and he would be yelling at me so bad every day. And I remember thinking to myself, this is not what I deserve. This is not real life. I cannot believe that I'm with someone that's yelling at me like this. But I never knew that I had the option to leave the relationship, because I'm a really loyal person once I know someone and I love them. And he was living with me, so I wasn't gonna kick him out. He was not gonna have anywhere to go. And also it's complicated, guys. I just only wanted to be with one person, and I'm not religious at all. At all. I mean, I believe in fruit. I believe in watermelon and nature and like David Goggins, but that's it. I'm not religious. And so, sorry, somebody was texting me. Okay, so, that's not the reason. I don't think there's anything wrong. If you want to sleep with 1,000 guys, do you, boo. You're not doing nothing that I should be concerned about. That's you. That's your body. That's your choice. Like 100%, you need to be living your life and making your choices. But me, I guess because I just don't trust people. I guess because it takes a lot for me to trust you, especially if you're a man. Like I kind of like gave my heart and my body to someone, and so I was very loyal to them, and I didn't want to start over. Like I didn't want to. Dating is like the worst nightmare ever, and I have to do it because I want to. I mean, I don't really want to. I just want to date one person. I don't want to have to go on like multiple dates with multiple people. It's so scary to think about. Ugh. But I want to put myself out there, and I'm going to. I am. In fact, I am. And long story short is that I just... Okay, I gotta end this episode. It's way too long, and I keep yawning. But I just wanted... I just wanted to be with one person, and it didn't work out, and I felt like a failure because I felt like it was my fault that it wasn't working out. Like, I wasn't perfect. He kept yelling at me and telling me that it was my fault, so I thought it was, and now I see that I didn't do anything wrong except not express my boundaries. Okay, remember, guys, it takes 2 fucking people to be in a toxic relationship. If you are in one now, you are 50% responsible for that relationship and 100% responsible for all of your choices and your decision to stay in that relationship. It is not my ex-boyfriend's fault that I was in that relationship. It was my fault, okay? It was my fault. And all the fucking little red flags, okay, in the beginning, I ignored them. So now, what I have a list. I have 3 lists. You know what? I'm going to pull them up. Fuck it. Oh my gosh. Okay. This episode was supposed to be about my regrets. But you know what? We're going to talk about my number 1 regret, which is this fucking relationship. It did change my life though. Okay? So I don't want you guys to think that it wasn't for a reason. Because guess what? He opened my eyes to the vegan diet and the raw food lifestyle. Because when I met him, I was vegetarian. I thought fish didn't have feelings. I didn't fucking know where my milk came from. I didn't know anything. And so, this was the first vegan I ever met. And I was just like obsessed because I just couldn't believe that I could meet someone else that was like also vegan. And it's not a diet, guys. It's a feeling in your heart. Okay? But anyway, let's move on. So I have 3 lists that I highly recommend you guys write. If you are single and you would like to attract the ideal partner, okay? I was going to say perfect, but there's no such thing as a perfect partner. That doesn't exist. you're not perfect. They're not going to be perfect. But you guys can be perfect for each other. Okay? But nothing's going to be perfect ever. So the most ideal partner, which there are so many, okay? Like, if we're going to talk about soulmates, guys, please understand that you have hundreds, if not thousands of soulmates. Okay? So if you're like me and you thought that you found your soulmate and you were with them, please understand that they are not your soulmate, and or else it would have worked out. And they're also not your only soulmate. You have so many. So I have 3 lists. The first list is my musts. Okay, so musts. I'll read you a few, but there are, and I spoke about this on Fruity Fridays, there are 46 items on this fucking list. It is so funny, and I just keep adding to it. I love it. The second category is would be cool. And then the third is red flags, non-negotiables. Okay? So I think personally, it's really important to have this, especially when you are starting to go on dates and starting to entertain the thought again of meeting someone, because after you break up, I mean, statistics show that if you are married, which I wasn't, but we wanted to get married, but I kept saying no. Thank God, because I never wanted to be married. But yeah, he asked me to get married literally, like, this is crazy. Literally the like second after we slept together for the first time. I remember he like asked me to marry him. And I thought he was joking, and he wasn't. But yeah, I said no for 6 years, almost 7 years, because I just think it is really dumb to include the state in your life in more ways than you have to. Okay, and also I just want a life where if I don't want to be with someone, then I don't have to be with them anymore. And I obviously didn't do that with my ex. But in a way, I did want to be with him still, because I just wanted to make it work. Like I said, I really just wanted to make it work. I tried really, really hard, but I couldn't. And I felt like a failure. But anyway, they say statistically that when men get divorced, it takes them 3 years to get remarried. And when women get divorced, statistics show, guys, that it takes women 9 years to get married again. Oh my fucking God. That is insane. That just goes to show you how traumatizing it is to break up with someone and get divorced. So let's read some of my musts, okay? Because I know you guys want to know. Number 1, my number 1 must, okay? If I ever do, like, decide that I'm going to be with someone ever again, I'm sorry, but these things are really important to me. Number 1, they have to be vegan for the animals. They have to be vegan for the animals. That's a must. That's not even a question, because, guys, I see it like this, okay? If you are a serial killer, I'm not going to entertain the thought of being your friend, let alone sleeping with you. I feel the same way about people that eat dead animal body parts. I don't believe in it. I guess my religion is veganism, because I truly don't believe in it, and it scares me. Like, and I know that if you're listening to this and you are still eating dead animal body parts, I understand that you're not the person that's killing the animal, but you are technically the person that is paying for it to be done. And to me, it's the same thing as being a serial killer. I'm sorry. I wouldn't date you if you killed my mom. I'm not going to date you if you kill an innocent pig. You understand what I'm saying? Or an innocent cow, or an innocent chicken. I see it as the same thing. I know that sounds really crazy to a lot of people, but it's something I cannot accept. Ever. Ever. I won't accept it. Number 2, they have to be very goal-oriented and working on their own goals, like working on their goals, because I cannot relate to people that are not doing that. I'm not going to read these all. Let me see if there's a funny one. Hold on. There's a lot. Oh yeah, there's some good ones, but they're embarrassing. Yeah. Okay, it's a little too personal. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is really important, guys. Okay, number 37. Likes to be warm. Okay, this is so key, and Awa put me onto this because she was married for 10 years. Okay, guys? And this was the number one thing that really was, they were not compatible. And it was such a source of, it was just so difficult for Awa to live with him and be married to her husband because he liked the temperature to be very cold in the house. Okay? And so I like to be warm. I like to keep my house between 76 and 79 degrees. 76 at night, 79 during the day. And, give or take, right? Like if it's really hot outside, yes, I will put the AC on, of course. It's Florida. Like the AC usually is on most of the day. But it's on at like 77, 78, 79. Okay, to me that's perfect. I'm not hot at all. At night, yeah, a little cooler because it helps me sleep. So like 74 is the lowest we've ever put it at. Because lower than that is just like, why don't I just move to Antarctica? You know what I'm saying? Like I moved to Florida because I never want to be cold again. And I can't even tell you the last time I was cold. And I'm so grateful and so blessed. And yeah, there's a lot on this list. It's a funny list, guys, because I'm a funny girl. Okay, next. Would be cool. Okay, so these are things that don't matter. They're not like musts. So I highly recommend you guys write this list, seriously. And you look at it and you can start to manifest this person just by looking at this list. And I truly am. I know that I'm manifesting this person in my life. Would be cool. So I wrote has a big family and really loves his family. It's not like necessary. It would just be cool because I never had a family. And so I think it'd be really cool to know someone that does have a big family and likes their family and whatever. There's a lot. Understands addiction. Would be cool. That would be cool because, it's just nice to be understood. I'm not saying they have to be someone who is like a former addict or anything, but like just understands the mentality of being someone with a addictive personality. Yeah, there's some funny ones on here too. I don't need to share all these. Loves to host Fruit Lux. I can't. Yeah. Okay. And then red flags, non-negotiables. These are really probably the most important, guys. If you are going to just keep going from relationship to relationship with the same type of person, you're just going to get the same exact results. Please do me a favor and write your lists. And please start to understand that for things to change in your life, you need to change. It's not going to change on its own. I always say this, that the future is not a place you're going to go. The future is a place that you're going to create by the actions you take every single day. And if you don't start standing up for yourself and getting the toxic people out of your life, it's not going to end good. It never ends good. Okay? You're going to live with so much regret and so much wasted time. You know, the reason I didn't start my social media and my YouTube sooner is because I wasn't allowed to. Like, I had to wait. I waited until we broke up in 2017, and that is when I started everything. And I wasted so much of my life. I truly regret it, because I just think to myself, like, how much further along I could have been, and how many people I could have maybe inspired to go vegan by now. And I'm working really hard every day to make up for that lost time. For like 32 years of lost time. Anyway, some red flags are non-negotiables. Drinks alcohol. That is just like so disgusting to me. And if you drink alcohol, then do you, boo. You're not hurting anyone besides yourself. So I don't mind, you know. I wish you would not do that, but I can't stop you, and I don't have the right to stop you. As long as you're not hurting anyone else, I don't care what you do. If you want to eat vegan fast food every day, that's on you, boo. I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you no matter what. If you're vegan, you're in my circle of love. I love you. I send you love. If you're not vegan, that's a problem, okay? So please get your shit together. It's just like 2022. Please get your shit together. Number 2 is smokes weed every day. And you know, I wrote this. My ex did smoke weed every single day. And I do have friends that smoke. And I don't think it's particularly like the worst thing you could do. I don't do it because every single thing I put into my body, I'm super like happy with and proud of, and it's healthy and it's life-giving and it's health promoting. But if you want to smoke weed, nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't mind it. But my ideal partner is not going to smoke every single day, maybe once in a while, which is something I would like to do also, but I just haven't, because I'm super like, I don't know, I'm super like paranoid. And I just want to, I don't know, I don't want to chill. I want to be productive. And I'm thinking like, if I smoke weed, I'll chill and I won't be as productive. But I did have an edible, by the way, and that was quite an experience. I kind of want to talk about it, but I don't know, I'm feeling like embarrassed now. Like, people are listening to my podcast, and so maybe I'll talk about it. But yeah, that was an amazing experience. And I know the person that gave me the edibles listening, but I won't say their name. But anyway, number 3 is condescending. If you are condescending to me, there is zero chance that you will stay in my life, boo-boo. 0. There's so many things on this list. Actually, there is 24. Okay, 24 things on the list. And you know, every time I meet someone, and I either like something about them or I don't like something about them, whether this is a friend, a coworker, a stranger, okay? If there's something I do really like or I don't, I'll go to this list and I'll put it on the list. Okay, so let me think of an example. Number 19 is watches the news. Like, I cannot be with somebody that watches the news. I'm sorry. And I wrote that, I guess, because it's possible that I met someone and they were like, oh, you didn't hear? How could you not know what's going on? Like, fuck you. I don't want to know what's going on. Like, Darren Hardy once put me on to the fact that we are all here to obviously become our greatest version and to work on ourselves and work on our craft and work on what we're here to do. Like, some people are here to save the whales, and that's what they do, and that's that's what their focus is, and that's what they need to be focused on and studying and getting better at and learning about. And so, like, it's not productive or conducive to their goal. If they're trying to save whales, they shouldn't really be studying LeBron James's stats. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they shouldn't be, they don't need to know that Prince died. Like, I remember Darren Hardy saying this, that he went to a party and everyone was like, oh my God, Prince died. And Darren Hardy did not know. He was the only person that didn't know. And he was like, because he was too busy focused on his goals, like creating his course and working with clients and like working on his shit. I really have to go. Sorry. It's really late. And I can't stop yawning. So what is the point of this episode? It's unlistenable. But yeah, so there's a lot of things on this list that I wrote down because I remembered like in the past, or I don't know, just like people have done. And I think it's really important and amazing. And this list, it seems like obvious, right? Like when I look at this list, I'm just like, yeah, of course. But then most of these things on this list is what my ex-boyfriend did to me. Okay? Like, I truly cannot believe that I was with someone that made me feel really, really dumb and stupid and insecure and just like a child. Like, he used to call me a child all the time. And yeah, it is true. It is true that I am a child. Yeah, for sure. But guess what? That's one of my best qualities, guys. That's one of my best fucking qualities. I'll never grow up. I'll never become old. Probably not physically or mentally. Okay? Because when you think old, you become old. And so, yeah, I'm a child sometimes. I like to like jump on the bed, and I like to dance whenever I want. I like to put on my headphones and dance to music at random times during the day. And I get really, really excited when, like I get a package from Sherry. What's up, Sherry boo? Or like, somebody gives me like fruit or like a watermelon accessory. Like, oh my gosh, I get so excited. You have no idea. But like, what's wrong with that? Like, what's wrong? Like, I get excited for like the stupidest little things. Like, there was a tree the other day that I saw that was so fucking gorgeous. I just had to take videos and photos of this tree, and I was just so blown away by its beauty and magnificence. And I was with Awa, and Awa, okay, she never makes fun of me for anything. So she was like, oh my God, you're right, it is gorgeous, It's just like so important, guys, to surround yourself with people that celebrate you. You need to go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. You need to go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. If you are just being tolerated by your friends and family and your coworkers and your boss, you got the wrong fucking people around you. You got the wrong fucking job. You need to be celebrated. Okay, I remember my old job, Juice Press, and Organic Avenue, and every job I've ever worked, really. Because I only have worked jobs that I loved, truly. And so I was always celebrated at these jobs. Like, I always moved up so easily, and I always got raises very easily. And my bosses always loved me. They always loved me. Why? I mean, like, hello, look at me. No, just kidding. Dude, I just told you why. Because I'm passionate about everything I do. I'm passionate, especially for the last 10 years. I'm so passionate about inspiring people to go vegan and change their life and eat more fruit so they could be more cute. And I'm falling asleep, guys. This is so silly. Why am I doing this podcast when I can barely open my eyes? This is so stupid. All right, I'm going to go to sleep now. I don't think this is a good episode, but I'm going to keep it up anyway because fuck it. I don't care. Oh my God, 40 minutes. No way. No fucking way. I'm deleting this episode. That is horrific. Okay, thank you for listening. This is clearly the longest episode so far. And I just want to say thank you again for all the amazing messages that so many people have sent me about this podcast. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And I just thank you for listening. And if you get anything out of this episode, I want you to know that you deserve to be celebrated. Truly. If you're being a nice, kind person, if you're giving love to people, if you're just being yourself and you're not hurting anyone and you're not being nasty or condescending or mean or anything but nice to other people, you don't deserve to be judged and tolerated. You deserve to be celebrated. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, boo.